what's going on? Welcome to another video upload from Aspie Attitude. If you're watching this for the first time, my name is David. I'm from Melbourne, Australia. I have autism, have some speech difficulty, a speech impairment, an Asperger's syndrome, and that's why I call myself an Aspie. And this is how I welcome you to episode 258, something that I've uploaded for October 2022. And that completes my introduction. To briefly explain what I'll do in this video is, sometimes I'll do some fun-filled videos doing these walk with me adventures where I show you the world from eyes of an autistic individual, and even talk about my special interest in Lego building, which is something I do besides YouTubing. And with this video content that you'll be watching right now for the next 10 minutes, is pretty much an autistic life hack told from the voice of a real autistic person. So to get the video content started, have you ever checked out episode 12 when I did explain my speech difficulty, which was uploaded way back in the 28th of July 2018. Those were my early days as an autistic YouTube content creator, and I have always said that I do have a speech difficulty. This channel had been lacking YouTube contents that explains my speech difficulties, my speech impairment and my speech impairment. And right now, I wish to explain speech apraxia. For starters, speech apraxia is a motor speech disorder that creates many challenges when this person is speaking. Speech apraxia is widely identified as sounds from this person speaking coming out distorted. The speaker with speech apraxia would fail to articulate sounds in the right place, causing their spoken word to be pronounced incorrectly. This spoken word may have several syllables, allowing this word to be said incorrectly due to its complexity of syllables in any given long words, regardless of what language the word comes from. Sometimes this person may repeat this word over and over again and still get it wrong. The person with speech apraxia usually make inconsistent errors in their speech. Often, this person may grope for sounds, always ensuring that the word is pronounced correctly. Even speech apraxia are found in other languages besides English. For example, it might be including people's names and name of places and countries. As a quick example, I can mention one Central Asian country called Uzbekistan, which is always the very hard, challenging word to pronounce in terms of places and other nations. It's common for individuals who have speech apraxia make errors in the tone, the stress, or the rhythm in any given spoken words. Speech apraxia are widely common amongst children. Even adolescents and adults could experience speech apraxia, regardless if a person is autistic or neurotypical. It's quite possible that speech apraxia is influenced from learning difficulties or from carrying out the complex sequence movements that are necessary for intelligible speech. This is how speech apraxia is explained for this video content. And maybe if you had been listening carefully to what I have been saying, you can tell that I am no stranger to speech apraxia, since I do have a background dealing with speech apraxia, since I've always mentioned about my speech difficulties, the speech impairment and the speech impairment. I was once a non-verbal autistic individual, this all going back as a toddler when I was 2 years old back in 1982. I did once have this verbal stim, which was a who sound that I constantly had made since I was unable to speak at that time. And since at the age of 2 or 3 years old, my parents had back then nicknamed me as Hoover, named after our brand of vacuum cleaner. As it happens, I never began to talk up till when I was like 4 years old. From the year 1985, at the age of 5, it all kept on going till when I was about like 7 or 8 years old, when I did ask for watermelon. So I used to instead say water lemon. I once repeatedly said lemon instead of melon. It wasn't until when I was 8 years old that I finally learned to say watermelon instead of water lemon after seeing a speech pathologist, since this is something I actually haven't thought of a long time, and usually my mum do like to bring it up. So like, please leave in the comments down below if you think where I've explained watermelon is the act of speech apraxia. So like, especially if you're an expert in understanding speech apraxia here. Yeah, that's why I'd like you to leave comments down below. And now, to bring up episode 12, something that I've uploaded on the 28th of July 2018, once again, and how I did explain my ongoing experience with speech apraxia, dealing with TH sounds. And sometimes the way I deal with these TH words is with sounds sound like D, F or V. So like I'm talking about that, they or them, or might be thing, with or thunder, whatever. So like it's all explained back in episode 12. So I'd like you to see this video upload, and I recommend it since at the time when I was uploading this video only had 60 views. So like I'll leave a link down below in the description just in case if you're not really into watching the special effects, since I'm quite an artist when I make these autistic YouTube video contents. And now, this has come towards the end since I've finished what I need to say. And if you like what I'm doing here and you want to show more support, please subscribe to Aspie Attitude. That's all I ever ask for in terms of support. And also, you can please ring this notification bell if you wish to keep up to date with Aspie Attitude. And just one more thing in terms of support, if you please like and share this video content around. That way, you're showing more support to my autistic YouTube channel, Aspie Attitude. And so like, this is how it's all going to finish. I normally finish off with a fidget spin nose trick, since it's all part of my repeated behaviour as an autistic individual here. And the way this finishes is, thanks for watching, thanks for listening to Aspie Attitude, and I hope you understand speech apraxia. Peace and respect, and see you next time from Aspie with Attitude.